Well, what's up, friends? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Okay, so this is Upset Saturday, where the Tennessee Titans at home, number one seed, lose to the upstart Cincinnati Bengals at home, choking. And then we get to the bad man, Aaron Rodgers, and the Green Bay Packers having a game reminiscent of the frozen tundra. It snowed in Green Bay. It was Green Bay weather all the way. And you know what's kind of funny is that the Green Bay Packers, just like the Tennessee Titans, they choked. You know, it's always so funny to me because this is where the Cowboys should get a little bit of redemption here. We were the number 3 seed going against the, number 5 seed? Right? Okay. We weren't playing, we weren't the number 1 playing a much lower seed. We didn't get a bye week, okay? We lost to the same team that Green Bay did. Green Bay, who had an extra week. Because, see, here's where I look at this. And I don't want to hear, I better not hear the talking heads talking about how bad the Cowboys choked. Because if you're Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers, because we all say, well, Dak Prescott, he's been bad. We're talking about how the Green Bay Packers and this offense has been peaking at the right time, that they've been great. Well, this great offense of theirs yielded 10 points. Now, I'll give you this. It wasn't Jimmy G who won that game. That was what's known as a team effort. The same thing that happened when they played us. Their special teams showed up and was the difference in winning the game. Hello? How often can we say that about our special teams? Over the last few years, how many times can we say that our special teams blocked a field goal before the halftime? How many times can we say our special teams blocked a punt and got the touchdown that tied the score? Not very often. Now, we had one here and there. But see, this is where their defense shut down Aaron Rodgers. And I have to also look at this as coaching. Because I'm sitting here wondering, after watching the first drive that Green Bay had, they were getting the ball to their stars. Quick hitters, quick stop, here, there, boom. And running the football. Then they got away from it. I remember it being 3rd and 10, the snow's coming down, and here it is. They're launching down the field. I'm thinking, choking big time. You can't look at this and say they didn't have issues in play calling. In fact, here's what I'm going to say. We all say, oh, well, if we just had a Russell Wilson, or if we had Aaron Rodgers, we'd win the Super Bowl. Well, guess what? Aaron Rodgers has Aaron Rodgers. And guess what? He's won 1 Super Bowl with Mike freaking McCarthy. Since they've been apart, he's been more Danny White. Danny White. 3 NFC title games and couldn't win. Aaron Rodgers, number 1 seed, chokes at home. Last year, NFC Championship, chokes. The year before, NFC Championship, chokes. As much as we try and say everything is just the freaking quarterback, you had to look at this and say Jimmy Garoppolo didn't do anything really of consequence. He had a couple of decent passes. He had 135 yards and an interception. It was the rest of the team that rallied and won the game. I'll go to the other one. Ryan Tannehill was the reason they lost that game. Watching that game, listening to people out there, oh man, we need to go get Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill's a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. What? They had 9 sacks. 9 sacks. They ran for over 140 yards. He had 3 picks and lost the game. But yet, you would think the games that Dak Prescott plays were like Ryan Tannehill. Because we don't have 140 yards rushing in games we're losing. We don't. Not even close. We end up getting like 40 yards, 50 yards out of our running backs. Backs. Understand I say plural. Backs. We don't get 9 sacks on our defense that shut them down. It ends up being all Dak or nothing. But people don't seem to want to acknowledge that. It's a team sport. And whether or not you have a good quarterback or a great quarterback, if you don't have the other pieces, it doesn't matter. So Aaron Rodgers, sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na, say goodbye. Okay. Sorry. I feel so much better knowing that Aaron Rodgers is sitting on the couch just like the Dallas Cowboys. In other news, Dan Quinn is doing his circle too, and will be interviewing with the Giants on Monday. He'll be interviewing on Monday in East Rutherford. Kellen Moore finished another call today, but here's a real question for you, because I'm thinking that, people want to talk to him. There's a difference in wanting to talk to him and wanting to hire him. Sometimes you talk to a guy because you don't necessarily want to hire him, but you want to pick his brain to try and find out some things that they did that make you say, okay, we can use this. And I think that's what's happening, because the Dallas Cowboys did have the number one offense, points and yardage. Be it they choked. And I'm saying it. We choked in the playoffs against a team that seems to be pretty hot right now. But you still want to find out some of the things that he did. And I'm not sure that anybody is ready to hire him as a head coach. I really don't think anybody's ready to hire him as a head coach. So if that's the case, now that he's been out there getting the scent of all these other teams, does he come back to the Cowboys and coach again for another year? I'd like to know your thought on that. One other thing that was interesting tonight that I saw during the game is that a little news clip talking about the Washington football team. And at the Washington football team, they're supposed to be announcing their new name, I think February 2nd. But apparently they've begun speeding up trying to get a new stadium, since the other one is literally dropping shit on people and falling apart and almost maiming players. Interesting thing is, I hear that they're trying to take the baseball commission that Virginia had, where they were trying to lure a baseball team to the state of Virginia, where they would be able to raise money and get financing and stuff for a stadium when they were trying to get the Nats. That they're trying to, in the Virginia legislature, use that group and just convert it into the Washington football team group to try and get a stadium in Northern Virginia. Now, Northern Virginia is kind of got a lot of stuff going on. And the place I'm thinking, if they're talking about it, will be out by Dulles Airport. Out there between Fairfax and Loudoun County, where they've just put the subway line out there for the airport. There is a whole plan for the Dulles Town Center out there. There was a rock quarry that they have since closed, and they're backfilling it, and they're going to create a lake there and a whole complex. So you talk about Route 28, you talk about the toll road, you talk about Route 50, you talk about close to 66, you talk about the metro, you talk about an airport and an infrastructure that's already there. They tried to lure Amazon out there, and I'm betting that's where the Washington football team goes. But then again, what do I know? I'm a guy that's not an insider. I'm not working for NFL Network or ESPN. I'm just a guy that puts the dots together and comes out with some shit. So, with that being said, it's almost midnight, and I need to carry my behind to bed with a smile on my face, because Aaron Rodgers, him walking off the field, priceless. God willing, I'll see you tomorrow. And please, by all means, tell somebody that you love them tonight. You might not get the chance tomorrow. Peace.